If you don't want people to find out, you don't text it. But people text anyway. They reveal in this incident the cops' threats against department whistleblowers, which this is not new, but they keep doing it. Virginia police officer is feeling betrayed and abandoned by his own department after blowing the whistle. In an interview with NBC4, 9-year veteran officer Michael Brown revealed his fellow officers not only despised him for the color of his skin, but acted to retaliate against him and other officers of color. Brown, alongside his partner Thomas Lester, reported Officer Daryl Warmoth after striking a 17-year-old Kevon Hines in the neck. That was in October of 2020. Warmoth was charged and convicted of second-degree assault and misconduct in office. Officials, including Prince George's County State's Attorney Aisha Braveboy, would later say Hines was not the person police were looking for. But it's what investigators found on Warmoth's phone that led to new concerns. An array of racist text messages between Warmoth and other officers. Serve and protect. As stated by NBC4 Washington, for instance, while discussing a criminal investigation involving Black officers, Warmoth called them effing animals and remarked they were Black people in a white man's job. In another, Warmoth texted a different cop, "God forbid we make a Black person look bad or expose them here for what they are, effing animals." Text also revealed how Warmoth and others regarded Brown and Lester, calling the Black officers snitches and other derogatory terms. Court records show the county would later accuse some of the texting officers of conspiring to not back up Brown's squad in the line of duty, a retaliatory act officers called a, quote, code red. Chief of Police Malik Aziz has remained largely quiet about the incident. Stop smiling. In two statements issued on Aziz's behalf, the department has made it clear that we do not tolerate racism within the department, and any threat of retaliation against any officer or employee won't be tolerated. When asked about Brown's concerns specifically, the department said they worked hand in hand with state's attorney's office, the Department of Justice, and the Prince George's County Office of Law to ensure that all aspects of the investigation were handled properly and in accordance with the law and departmental policies. Department has filed administrative charges against Warmoth and a fellow officer related to the inappropriate comments. Those cases are still pending. The department said the administrative process related to Warmoth's assault charges is still ongoing too. Now there's a lot in here. The racist, vile comments, Jackson, the Black chief who seems to not want to weigh in on this, and then issuing just the blanket ridiculous statement about what they don't tolerate when clearly you do, and it's there. And then the other thing about the Department of Justice, and we're working hand in hand. What about just clean up? We got it. You're gonna cooperate with everybody, but how about clean up your backyard? How about clean up your department? Your takeaways here from everything we kind of just outlined there.
Well, I think that this is pretty standard. This type of culture runs rampant within police departments and municipalities all across the country, especially the further south you go. But also one of the parts that's really rampant within police culture is this kind of a brotherhood of people protecting one another. And that's how it goes. Police unions are very strong in keeping people in place, kind of no matter what they do, unless it's like incredibly egregious and the whole country's talking about it. But even that sometimes isn't enough. So I think that this isn't surprising whatsoever. And the sheriff, he's thinking about his job. He wants to stay there. He didn't put himself there. And unfortunately, or fortunately perhaps, in terms of how we can make change is, these municipalities, we can get involved again in community and local politics. That's how we're gonna make a difference when it comes to stuff like this. There's not gonna be any type of federal sweeping bill that comes anytime soon. And if it does, it's not gonna completely clean house. because the police, the law enforcement system just doesn't work that way. So yeah, so I think this is just another day in law enforcement in America.
I think you're right, but I also think the chief is a coward. He's a black man, and I don't like his smiling picture, Jackson. I don't like it at all. He's got beautiful teeth, but I just find it disgusting, this quiet, because he's the chief of everybody, but he sounds like, well, the silence is deafening. He's afraid of the union, who protects police at all costs unless they're black. We're not just talking about racist vile text, we're talking about that code red we've learned about, which means we're not gonna back you up. Putting their lives in danger. That's really what you're saying. We're putting their lives in danger. And I prefer, let's say, what Barack Obama said after Trayvon Martin was, and I'm gonna keep calling it murder. He could have been my son. Could have been my son. So when Chief Malik Aziz stays silent, I think it's cowardly. Protect all of your officers and speak truth to power. Or just sit on your hands and try to maintain yours.